Hi, my name is Sarah. I am a full-time YouTube creator and artist, and today I am going to show you how to create your own website and open an online store using Wix. I'm gonna go step by step, how to create a website, how to build upon it, put different pages, all my favorite features that are incorporated into the site, the clip art, the text, social media buttons. There's so much that you can do. I'm so excited that I'm finally going to be selling some original art pieces, crafts that I've made over the years, and merch in the near future. This video is sponsored by Wix. I am so thankful that they reached out to me at the absolute perfect time. I've been wanting to create a shop and a website for literally years. I just kept putting it off. I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month. If you are in a similar boat, stop putting it off and just do it. Let's try not to have regrets. We can't erase the past, we can't change it, but we can write our path for the future. So today is the day. Anything that you want to start, today is the day. Mark something off of your to-do list. If you want to build your very own website or create a store, please click on the link below and I'll have it on the screen here. I feel that having a website is very important. It's a landing page, if nothing else, to have all your social media links, your portfolio of things that you've done in the past, brands that you've worked with, and of course you can add a shop, a blog. You can do so many things with this site. It's a really great way for your viewers and maybe potential brands, if you want to work with them, to see everything that you have done all in one place and learn more about your brand. Now, without further ado, let's head on over to Wix. Oh, it's actually that way. That way's the door. Let's get started on that website. First, go to wix.com/SoCraftastic and click on the Get Started button. Sign up with Wix using an email address, and then you can get right on into creating your site. On the screen, you can see that I've already started to kind of experiment with my own site, but for the sake of this tutorial, I want to show you that you're going to click Create Your Site up in that top right-hand corner and choose what kind of website you want to create, whether it be a business page, a blog, an online store, which is what we are doing in this video. And then you'll be able to choose how you want to create your website, either with ADI. With this option, you'll answer a few questions and they will build your website for you. But the more fun option is the editor, which is what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to click on choose a template, and here are so many of the templates. There are over 80 online store templates, and you can choose between different categories. I'm going to click on arts and crafts. Altogether, there are over 500 fully customizable Wix templates that you can add the Wix store app to. So you will have the ability to sell on any of those templates. There's a few that I was choosing between, but I ultimately went with this Valentine's Day one. I like the pink and the hearts, even though I'm going to end up changing a lot of it. I just like the layout of it. So we're going to go with that one. Here it is loading. I'm just playing around to show you some of the different features that you can do with the text. For example, you can change the font, you can change the size. There are a lot of different fonts available, but if you so choose, you can upload your own, which is a really cool feature too. Now I'm gonna go back to the one that I was already playing around with and started creating. I didn't really do too much, but I came up with this heart logo with my name. I don't really like it, but before we get on to changing that, I'm just showing you that you can change the background of the header, and you can do colors or patterns. You can upload your own photo. The page is broken into different sections, so there's the header, the strip, there are boxes. So I'm going to change the strip background from the hearts to something different. I was gonna do this glittery one. Here I'm showing you that you can do different text effects such as drop shadow, outline, and there's other ones. But ultimately, I don't like the way that this looks for my personal style, so I'm gonna upload the image that you might recognize from my YouTube channel. But instead of going with this SoCraftastic version, I am choosing Sarah Lynn T as my overall site name. I think that does a better job of encompassing my brand as a whole, who I am, all of my interests, because I don't just do arts and crafts. I also love fashion and modeling, and you'll see some of that later on in the video. I really want this site to speak on who I am as a person and not just one of my interests. You can change the shape and the border too, as well as completely editing your image as in the colors, the contrast, the saturation. I wanted to make the colors a bit more bold. Then I just went ahead and moved things off of the header, deleted what I didn't want, made my image a lot smaller, and then I'm going to put that up there so it connects. And I'm going to zoom in and then crop it so it fits inside the guidelines. Now that I have that in place, I'm messing around with the different animations that you can do for the elements on your site. So when you go into a template, this one says for her and for him as part of the shop, but I don't want those. So I'm going to change that. To do this, you can click on that text, go into the site menu, and you can change the titles, or essentially the web pages. You can go really in depth with the amount of customization that you do for just a single piece of font. So for the menu, I am changing the hover color and the text color, the style of it. I really like this feature on websites. After you click on a piece of text, it changes color, or it lets you know that your mouse is hovering on it. Tweaked a few random things, and then I moved up to the slide bar, which has 2 slides in it. So I'm gonna just put a couple of inspirational quotes. Maybe in the future I'll put, if I have a sale ever, maybe a coupon code or a percentage off, but for now I think we'll just do the quotes. I'm still going to be adding more to the home page, but first I want to see how it looks on mobile. So there is the little mobile icon up in the top left. It's a really great idea to review your entire site on mobile as you work on it, so you can see what works and what you need to switch around. The majority of your viewers and shoppers are probably going to be viewing your site from their mobile phone or mobile device. So you want to make sure that it is easy for them to find what they want to find on this mobile version of the site. The best thing is if you move something around on the mobile version, it's not going to affect it on the desktop version. I love that there's a separation there. YouTube is a huge part of my brand, so I want to go to the embed feature, and I'm going to add a YouTube video, one of my more recent ones, to showcase a video that's on my site and why people should go visit. I'm also going to put a link to my YouTube channel to encourage people to subscribe. You can link to virtually any social media platform. As is, the site does have a pretty clean look, but it's also kind of boring, so I want to add a little bit of pizzazz in the form of an image. So I'm going to go find a decorative graphic. I chose these diamonds, 2 little graphics, and the page is already looking so much more put together. That being said, I am going to move this top section down underneath the pictures, but first I am going to change those photos, which to do that you're just going to hit the change image button underneath. Here are a few of my new original art pieces that will be up for sale. Here I'm grouping all of the elements together that I want to move, so that whole portion can just slide on down. I'll feature other photos here as they sell out or as I introduce new products, maybe different news, I guess. Then I move this section up, and I think that that's a lot better, so people know right when they're coming here what this site is actually about, and then if they want to learn more, they can see, oh, this girl has a YouTube. But you can switch it back and forth as many times as you want and add new things, so it's not a big deal if you're indecisive. Now we're gonna go on into my store and set up the shop. Go ahead and get started, add some products. So we'll be taken to the product page. All of these products are in the template, so I'm going to delete all of them, select all and delete. Then you'll be able to choose between digital file or physical. I'm selling artwork, so physical, of course. I'm going to start by adding 1 image. So this is my mountain rainbow piece, and I'm just going to give it a generic title for now. I might end up sticking with that. And the price, wow, I was a little overambitious here. I think that is $100 million. If anyone wants to offer me that, go for it. I wouldn't be opposed, but I do have to put a price in here right now so I can move on to the next step. I might be changing this later. Description, filled that out really quickly, and I put at the end that I'm going to add the measurement. That's really important though. Whatever you're selling, you do want to add the dimensions. There are some other options. I don't think any of those apply to what I'm doing at the moment. I'll be adding more products in a second, but I just want to show you some of the other steps. So this is to set up your payment methods. This will be the types of payments that you accept, and it is highly encouraged to accept credit or debit cards. PayPal is an option, manual payment. If you sell any of these products listed, there will be other steps, but I am not selling any of those. So moving on, it's going to ask for some information from me that I'm not going to share on screen. Sorry guys, but I am an individual. I haven't registered as an LLC yet, but I'll have to fill out my name, address, bank information, and yeah, all that fun stuff. Then for shipping and fulfillment, there's some more options that you'll be able to customize to your liking. I do live in the USA, so I'm gonna go into this one. Here are the options for calculating shipping. So you can do free shipping, flat rate. You can group products together so all of them have the same shipping rate. And you can also go to the USPS calculated rate, which I think I'm gonna end up doing. I haven't decided that quite yet. Whenever I'm personally purchasing an item online, whether it be furniture, handmade art, or clothing, I want to see different angles of the product. It's a little bit more work to photograph, but in the long run, it's beneficial for the customer, for you as the seller to get more sales. It's a win-win. Also, these two are the raw image, so I don't like the coloration on them. I want to cool them down a little bit, brighten them, add saturation, and a watermark. There are so many people on the internet who will take your photos and try to pass them off as their own, so I do recommend a watermark. And another great feature is being able to put your products into collections. I only have one collection at the moment, which is wood panels, but I am going to categorize them now so I don't forget to later on. Here's everything I have listed in my shop so far, and at the bottom of the page I added a return home button. I'm going to make sure that links to the home page, which it does, and you can copy and paste different elements. So I will be adding the return home button to every single page on my website to make it easier to go back to the home menu. Now here's what clicking on a single product will look like. It'll take you to a separate page and it'll say the title, the price, and add to cart, buy now. Remember to check every single page on mobile after you create them on desktop to see if there's anything that you need to move around or tweak. Here is a very quick run through of the pages that I've created so far. I'm definitely going to add more things in the near future. So once the video goes up, I will have already clicked this publish button. That's the final step to launch your website, launch your shop to the world, and start selling online. If you want to create your very own store, click the link below and on the screen I will list it. I am so happy to be able to share this with you all. I've been keeping it a secret for a couple months, I think. I was planning to start this last year, but we all know 2020, the time is never going to be perfect. So the best advice I can give to you is start it now. It's okay if you don't have everything all together yet. Any doubt that goes through your mind, I want this to be perfect, I don't want to let people down, what if people are disappointed with this small amount of stock that I have currently? Just don't think about those things. Even if you only have one product to start, or 5 or a dozen, that is okay. Thank you so much again, Wix, for sponsoring this video. I really hope that this video helped to inspire you to start something that you have been putting off for a long time. And of course, hopefully the tutorial portion was also very informative and helped you out. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye! Come on in, little buddy. Aaliyah wanted to join.